Welcome to Kaumudy Global, and I am KC Ashok. Is Kerala turning into a state where goons get a free hand in lynching, chopping or hacking their human target? Perhaps this could be a question in the minds of many. Of late, almost consistently we have been hearing about goons roughing up his enemy, chopping off his legs or gruesomely hacking him to death. The reasons could be grudge, vengeance or purely political. Whatever it be, this violence is too hard to tolerate. Only after disturbing reports of such incidents emerge do police think of ramping up its system to act strongly against these anti-social elements. Over the past 10 days, 7,674 criminals including goons and anti-socials were nabbed. The hunt for goons and other criminals that began under the name Operation Kaval is still going on. It has also been decided to form a new district task force under ADGP Manoj Abraham and enhance the counter-goon operation. A task force was launched even 6 months ago, but despite that, in recent times there have been widespread goon attacks in broad daylight or in the dead of night. The new task force has been deployed in each district with the aim of preventing all forms of organized crime. The drug mafia, which is ruining the younger generation, is also behind many of the organized violence and killings. Drug trafficking has led to clashes between gangs and even murders. This group has been posing one of the biggest challenges to the task force. Today, the state is also a fertile ground for quotation gangs and blade mafia. There is no point in springing into action only when a major headline-grabbing sensational crime occurs and the government becomes answerable to it. The intended result can only be achieved if there is a consistent system to track down antisocial elements, learn their criminal background, and punish them duly. Definitely, the punishment should have a deterrent effect. More than 7,600 people arrested in 10 days and jailed for a few days alone don't give the desired result. Usually after a few days, those who are caught in this way are released and can be seen returning to their criminal activities with renewed strength. According to sources, of the 7,674 people arrested in the last 10 days, 5,413 were found to have criminal backgrounds. Doesn't this mean that they were roaming outside freely, making a mockery of the law? Given the fact that Indian criminal laws have many loopholes, we can't squarely blame the police for the failure in reining in goons. Unlike in the past, police today don't act tough on criminals or go for the third-degree method, even in the case of hardcore criminals, fearing a backlash from human rights activists and social media. After all, men in khaki are also human beings. Once these criminals come out of jail on bail, they can pose a grave threat to the life and family of the cops who had booked them. In the case of political criminals, the policemen and their higher-ups will be under political pressure to favor them. Incidentally, there are also cases when criminals attack a person or police, then inflict injury on themselves and subsequently file complaints against their victims. However, the new task force has been given extensive missions. The top-ranked police officials should make sure that the operations don't turn into a farce. Their missions should be able to nab those involved in all sorts of organized crime, including drug trafficking and its sales, smuggling of gold and contract killings. Care must also be taken not to mistake innocent people for criminals. Therefore, those arrested should be brought to justice by filing a charge sheet according to the nature of the crime they have committed. It is also high time that the central and state governments thought about amending laws, if necessary, to plug loopholes in laws and award maximum possible punishment to the real criminals.